Good morning everybody and welcome back to the farm. Alrighty, so we ended up getting another 48 or 49 millimeters of rain I think on the weekend just gone. That's about 2 inches of rain almost, so desiccating Barley is going to be off the table I think. She's going to be a bit sloppy out there, and looking at the next 2 weeks I don't really think I want to go and desiccate Barley anyway, because it's looking like the weather's a little volatile. So this morning I got to get one of the old Tritons. Dad's walking some sheep into the market, into the sheep markets here just out of the town, so he's got to bring them on a little stretch of bitumen. I'm going to go give him a hand to move those, just be a bit of a pilot, put some flashing lights up, some signs out and all that sort of thing, make sure we get them in there safely and all those good things. So I'm going to take this old beast. I've got to take one of the old utes because it's got a bull bar on the front, that way we can drape a sign over the front, a stock on road sign, put a flashing light on top, and we'll get to it. My goodness, it is really cold for November, let's be honest. Literally 2 weeks away from going into summer and still got the jumper on. Ute still doesn't want to start in the morning. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, we already have a change of plans because I'm driving this ute over to help Dad and the clutch is absolutely stuffed in it. Put your foot down and the engine revs, but I don't want to drive. So I'm going to have to go back and get the other old Triton now. Always something. Oh yeah, she don't want to go up this hill. Oh, come on. She's revving but not going anywhere. Yep, I need to take this thing back. We need to change vehicles. Rightio, take two. Let's try another one. I'll take the ute with the firefighter on it, which is less than ideal, and the poor old girl's been sitting out here collecting dust. Can't see a bloody thing out the windows. Not loving life this morning. Maybe I'll be able to see a bit better out of that now. Oh look, they're not the finest old utes, these things, but you know, they're not for everyday use. They're just used for, one's for the firefighter for harvest time, and the other one just runs around and does a few jobs here and there. It's very handy to have them. Just some old rough utes that you can thrash around in.
Has in the past been a lot. We've had really, it has come.
Will I ever grow up?
Out and about.
Probably not.
And
Hello.
Camera over there too. Just need to put that on the front.
Yeah.
Somewhere need a sign the start of this road. One on the Hallop side.
Do you want me to go up over the rise a little bit, or?
No, you should be alright. The one we're going to have to be careful of, really careful of, is the Waiakawi Road. You're going to have to be there for that one, because you get the traffic coming tearing over that rise by Andrews. Like once we get on the heavy traffic detour, we should be fine.
I'll just go ahead of you, basically, on there?
Yeah, you just go ahead of me and you'll have a sign on and a flashing light.
Rightio, let's go and put some signs in so people don't run over some sheep. Two down, two to go. Often we'll just get the sheep put on a stock crate and get them brought in, but honestly the price of freight is outrageous, like just for such a short trip. There's way more time spent loading and unloading than there is driving, so you know, it's just easier for us to just walk them in today. It's a bit of a pain in the bum trying to come down all these roads, but you know, we'll make it work. We've got the signs out and we'll get them there. So basically I'm just sitting up ahead of Dad, several hundred meters. I got the sign on the front, the flashing light. We got signs at every road coming into where we are so people can see, they can read, they can see the flashing light, so hopefully they do the right thing and slow down and just be a little patient with us. We haven't got far to go, it's literally only probably about 400 or 500 meters, so, and then we're around the corner and it should be a bit easier from there. A good old-fashioned country traffic jam. So that's the road there that we got to go down. The sheep are just behind me there, not too far away. So we're almost there. I guess while I'm sitting here waiting for the sheep to come, I should mention that if you saw my last video, you would have seen that we had some hail. And if you saw my Facebook post, we had some hail. At home, which is where I filmed the hail coming down, it seems to be very, very minimal damage. I'd be surprised if the hail did even 1% damage, because you go out into the crop, it's only the barley. The wheat's still green enough and sort of rubbery enough that it doesn't seem to have done any damage to the wheat, but the barley, yeah, you can wander around and you'll find a head that's been hit somewhere and there's, you know, a few grains missing out of it, but overall, considering the size of some of the hail, there was really some moderate size hail in all of that, and I honestly thought that there would be quite a bit of damage. But in saying that, just up about 5k's north from the house, there's Dad's got some barley up there that's sustained probably a little bit more damage, but once again, honestly, if it was over 5%, and we haven't even had a proper look around yet because it's been so wet, so yeah, we need to get out and have a bit more of a look, but yeah, it's just been, you know, we had nearly 2 inches of rain, so it's a bit hard to get around the paddocks at the moment and sort of assess fully, but I think at home we're pretty safe, and I don't think it's even worth doing an insurance claim, so that's good news. Just need it to stop raining now, really. It's just ridiculous the amount of rain we've had. We've almost had a average annual rainfall in the last 3.5 months, so yeah, she's damp. Well, we're here at the sale yards, so there's some trucks up ahead there, plenty of sheep starting to roll in for tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow, the market on Thursday.
Stop there, well done, stop there.
They'll be alright, you'll be alright now? Or?
Yeah, I'm just going to go up there and in the gate.
Yeah. Job done! Get some signs. And go home and have some lunch. That's taken up most of the morning. Nothing's changed between now and 2 hours ago, has it? What are you doing, you scruffy old bugger? Hello! What are you doing? Yeah, you're on camera. What can you hear? You're gonna watch me organise an alternator for the loader.
Dad, what have you done?
I've done something, that's for sure. I'm just chasing up an alternator for our 6510. I do have a part number off the old alternator, which I'd say is probably superseded by now, but alright mate, thank you. Cheers, catch ya. Well, I ate. It was good. It was real good. So I got to do a quick domestic job here. I got to clean out the other half of this car shed because after we renovated the inside of the house, there's a whole lot of junk still sitting here. I'm going to move everything out of here, clean it up because we got a new car to go and pick up tomorrow in Adelaide. Brand new car we've been waiting on for over a year. I got to do that. I got to go to the bank and get them to write out a really big fat check for it as well. So I'm going to do that, get this all tidied up, and then we've got a nice home for the car. Well, there you go, that looks a bit better. Looks like a bit better spot for a new car to sit. Time to go to the bank and spend some money, I guess. Rightio, that's sorted. Let's get back to it. So I'm just going to go out now and have a look. I've had a bit of a scout around over this side in the Barley, but I'm actually going to go around this paddock here as well because hail's really funny. You can get really narrow strips of it that come through and do damage, so I just want to scout around there. I've done almost everything else around here, so I'm going to get on the bike and go for a look at that now and just see how we fared over there, see whether there's anything that we need to claim, because yeah, you don't want to miss something. That's the main thing. So I'm going to jump on the bike and we're going to go. I think I should have put my jumper back on. It was warm for about an hour there and now the breeze has gotten quite cold again. So I basically just like to ride along in a few spots and I just pull up and have a good look out into the crop here, see if I can see any heads that look like they've been hit by hail. Anything obvious that stands out. You know, there is quite a bit of whisker missing off of the Barley, and look, something's happened there, whether that was the wind or what, but I mean it's not enough to do anything with. You just got to cop that one on the chin, I think. It's not like, you know, you can't see heads everywhere that have been smashed to pieces, so. But I just sort of like to check in, you know, 4 corners of the paddock. I'll go up to this corner and then I'll head up the top end and come back along. I think I upset Skippy. Scared him. I feel like the further south that I've come, the less damage there is. I really am struggling to even find a head here that's been hit. Whereas the next paddock over, yeah, I could quite honestly find, you know, and most places where I would stop, I'd be able to find some form of damage. And this barley is just about ready to go, guys. It got moisture tested not that long ago. It was at 45% moisture. That was a week ago. And yeah, she's starting to get pretty hard now. We just need some weather for a good dry down in it. That's all we need. But this corner gets a big tick. I can't find anything much here. Right, next stop. 3rd stop, 1 more stop to go. It's a good idea for me to come out here and have a look anyway, because I want to see what the paddock looks like underneath, how soft it is and how mushy. See if I can get out and desiccate this stuff. Which I'm going to say I'm probably not going to be able to. As you see, the other problem we've got here is wheat. There's a lot of wheat in here. We knew there would be. We sustained a lot of wind damage last year as well. In the wheat, it had the wind was so bad that it actually shook wheat, like it basically thrashed the heads against each other, and we had wheat fall out on the ground. So you know, you can see there's plenty of wheat in here, and there's just nothing that you can do about that. We dry seeded it. We didn't get a chance to do a knockdown, so you can see there's some damage like that starting. They're just odd grains. There's a lot of whisker on the ground. There's barley on the ground already. You can see. You know, there's been a bit of loss already, so. But it's mainly from the wind, I think, at this stage. It'd be hard to say that, you know, it's from hail. So, just look at that head there. He's just been bullied. No whisker left on it. couple of grains missing. Don't know, I maybe say that there has been some hail damage up here looking at this. That's been pretty well smashed up. We've got some grain missing out of that one. Here's a spot that I went through with the sprayer earlier in the year when it was real wet, and she is pretty spongy. Not good. Not good. Yeah, good luck getting out onto this. There's another one. It's got quite a few grains missing from the bottom of it. Right, the fourth and final corner. What can we see? Just a very familiar story. There's odd grains missing here and there. You can find a head that's been hit. You know, if you've got an adjuster out here, they're probably just going to look at you and go, there's not enough damage here to warrant doing anything. You know, there's grain missing there, there's whiskers missing. Was that the wind or was that the hail? Probably say a lot of it's from the wind that we've had. It's disappointing. There's going to be a few % loss. It's not the end of the world at the end of the day. So, not sure there's much else we can do. We just got to try and get the stuff off. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Because every time we get another change come through, every time we get another wind, it just keeps knocking this stuff around. The wheat's alright, as you can see by the neighbour's wheat here. It's still green as green, you know. It's got ages to go. So, it is what it is. We'll just leave it there, I think. I don't think there's much that I can do. There's nothing to claim. Yeah, like I said, it is what it is. You're going to go up there in the cab, are you?
Careful. Put that up there. No, this is the kid jockey seat. This is the jockey seat. There you go. You can be the jockey. Okay.
Had the charfer and that out, or like the top sieve, and I just don't know that it seems like it's adjusting properly. Like I tested it the other day. I cranked it up to like 10 mil, and it just seemed like I went back there and the thing had hardly moved. So.
What's that noise?
That's the moisture meter. Yeah, I don't know which one it is. You just have to press it, see what it comes up and says.
I just need a piper.
Yeah, that's the charfer, so that's the one. Yeah, well, I'll just, once I yell out, just go up, just slowly, just go like 1 mil and then wait a couple of seconds and go another mil. Yeah, alright. Just keep going, keep winding it up. Just keep going up. It seems like sometimes when you turn it, it doesn't move.
Yeah, it doesn't up here. Once I got up to about 9 or 10,
yeah,
it would only move every second time.
I don't know, I think that charfer's, I don't know, there's a few of the louvers that are a bit deformed and stuff like that. I reckon it's just about rooted, but I'll just take a measurement of where it's at now because it says it should be about 10 mil so on the screen, so it should be about 10 mil down here. But there's quite a number of them that are bent and deformed, and they've gone, you know, they're supposed to be back that way, but they're facing up like that, you know.
Do they feel loose? Or?
They don't feel too bad, no. It's like they've gone over centre on the wire or something. It's weird. I mean, it works. I mean, you'll know by the sample when you're harvesting where it's at, sort of thing. So all I was really worried about there was that top sieve or the charfer. I was worried the louvers weren't moving up and down when you were actuating the switch on the dash. I was sort of testing it the other day because it's been in and out of the machine a couple of times, I think, during the off season, and I sort of didn't seem like it was moving properly or at all really. So I just grabbed Dad while he was around and just got him to move the switch on the dash there, and yeah, it's moving fine. Occasionally it doesn't adjust on the screen, but it doesn't adjust down there either, and it doesn't move the increments either. So it's moving, it measures about right. Happy days there. That sort of cured my worry there. But that's about all for today, guys. I'm going to call it there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take it easy and have a good one. We'll see you next time.